Okay, can someone start talking a little bit? Okay, can
Hello, how
someone
are you?
start
Testing
talking a
one, two,
little bit?
three for audio.
Okay, can
Hello, how
someone
are you?
start
Testing
talking a
one, two,
little bit?
three for audio.
All right, good. Can
Hello,
someone...
Fantastic.
Cool. I just want to make sure that because for the last thing, it didn't record anyone else's audio except it was just me talking. Looked like a fucking psycho.
Oh man, that's fun. So what's XP? XP is your 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 hit point die plus what?
HP is
Yeah.
your whatever you roll for your hit die.
At level 1, so my
It's
hit die is a D8.
so for level 1, you get max on that.
So it's 8.
Yeah, so it's 8 plus your
Correct, which
and then
is 2. Okay.
and then I think for the first 3 levels, um, Nate was saying that we could roll, or until level 3, maybe level 4. I don't remember. Until level 3 at least. So for level 2 and 3, we could roll, and if it was very low, we could take the average instead. But for level 4 and 5, if you rolled, then you had.
Okay. What's the average here? I think it's 5, right? For a roll. I'm just gonna do quick rolls because I can't believe I freaking forgot.
Uh,
Uh,
Okay.
yeah, it's 5.
Well, I guess we'll start. This is a bit of a bummer.
okay. Okay. And
Okay. So one thing that I'm gonna change slightly.
Nope. I'll take the average.
Is the going forward. I'm not going to write new entries in the codices. So the Giants Codex, when you achieve the next step, right now it's telling you to go to the I have the Allfather, and start something. It will show you a new vision, and there will be maybe some exposition when that happens. In terms of the Journal of Nicoletes, and this is something that I should have done from the get-go. I should have done. So you guys make your way back. You've learned about the Silver Knight. Damn, dude, you're rolling like highs and lows, man.
That sucks. It's okay. Level 5. I'm done. I'll just keep the 1. I can anyways. Okay. That sounds about right anyways. I think that's about right. Okay. Perfect. 36 now. Okay.
Okay.
Sorry about that.
For Nicoletes's research journal, the way it's going to work, because he left it in the form of like a crystal on the ship, and that initial entry can be read, and it can be referred to for certain things. Like he's got designs for upgrades to the ship that can be brought to the appropriate craftsman, or if you have, if you develop the right efficiencies yourself, you can make the upgrades with proper investment in materials, cost, time, things like that. But an ally, going forward now, as you get back to the ship, he tells you that you've unlocked like the true access to Nikola Tesla's journal. You don't have access
What?
to all the information, but he takes the journal and he plugs it into a slot in his forehead, and
That's funny.
you see like a shimmering, almost filmy, holographic light cover his body, and he transforms into Nikola Tesla himself.
What?
Get
Whoa.
get
And,
out. That's
he
cool.
can't move, but he's standing there stationary, and he has all his mannerisms, and he's like, test. Is this thing all right? This is a weird sensation. Hello, I am Nikola Tesla, or I am a facsimile of Nikola Tesla based on his research notes and findings, and I contain most of his collected knowledge.
And what does facsimile mean? What does that mean?
Oh, it's a likeness of.
So you are like Nikola Tesla.
Yes, I am exactly like him in every way, other than, his prodigious magical talents. I suppose my magical talents. Weird talking about myself in the third person. Essentially, I am his mind preserved at a certain state and time.
Do you want us to call you Nikola Tez or continue to call you Ally?
I am not ally. Ally is,
Did you kill Ally?
no, ally is here, and he can speak when you are done interfacing with the journal, and he can go back to his normal self.
But then will you die?
No, I will revert into a suspended state until you're ready to talk to me again. I'll
Wow.
have no sense of time or space or anything like that until I return.
This is fancy stuff.
Indeed. So, obviously, you being entrusted with the Unagi, and I do have the dossiers that he kept on all of you as potential candidates for recruitment. He has granted you access to certain information that he has about what he has uncovered about the thaumic relays and threat that you all face.
Do you know if is he alive now or is he dead?
I haven't a clue. You would know more about his condition than I would.
But you are him, yes?
Yes, but my state was suspended
So
when
how are
he
you?
set up this lab. How am I? I am well. Okay.
How are
I am
you?
well. Nikola Tez is somewhere, presumably back in the human realm,
Yeah.
fighting off or preparing for pending invasion. I assume that they have invaded already if you have control of the Unagi.
Okay, so you know what's going on. Okay, good.
He knew this would happen beforehand.
Right.
Yes. I, Nikola Tez, or he, Nikola Tez, and this is difficult. I'm going to speak as if I am Nikola Tez.
Yeah.
But you just said you were, yes?
Yes, I am a simulacrum of him, more or less.
He kind of looks around. He looks like a lost child. He's just like, what is this? What is...
I am a version of him that is not him. How's that?
Okay.
Does that make sense?
That completely makes sense.
So, essentially, yes, I knew that this invasion was coming. We unfortunately, and I say we as in, well, none of you are humans, but we, the Rough Riders, as well as humans in general, sort of awoke an enemy that sees us as a threat. And
The
it
merman.
was an innocent pursuit of knowledge and power. But yeah, I mean, the Myrmex are their tool, but the enemy is not the Myrmex, although they are certainly an enormous threat and a part of the enemy.
Oh. So who is this enemy then? Because I thought this entire time we were gearing up to fight the Myrmex. And then we get to this other place, and then there is this old orc.
You will ultimately have to fight the Myrmex, or do something about them. But they are a race that is subservient to a greater master.
To the dragons,
giant?
the ones who made that armor we are chasing, yes?
Yeah. I don't know anything about this armor, but who are you talking about?
The Silver
Oh.
Knight.
Yeah, I haven't really done much research into the Silver Knight or his origins, but I wouldn't be surprised if they had something to do with it. They have something to do with everything. What do you know about the Thaumic relays? How they work? How you can perform great feats of strength, or
I am
quickness,
strong.
or skill, or magic?
I know no magic. I know no magic whatsoever. I have no clue as to magic.
I also do
Okay.
not know magic. I hit things, and sometimes the trees help. That is it.
Good. Probably reliable. Probably a good way to not rely on that power.
Right.
Those at the height of martial studies have, tend to be able to achieve more than those who study magic. Those who study magic, all are aware of a ceiling, a limiter, so to speak, on the ability to cast magic.
Yes, kind sir, I have felt that ceiling myself as one who communes with nature and casts
You're
nature
level 5,
spells.
right, Fiark?
Yes, I am.
So like you can cast level 3 spells, which is like the highest that
Mm-hmm.
anybody can do.
Yeah.
Thaumic Relay Network is the way that we interface with the weave of magic, and it connects to a place, to another realm, essentially. That not a realm. I can't. I'm trying to describe this in simplistic terms, and I'm finding it difficult. It interfaces with a place that is all around us, permeates everything. A place that exists in the mind. Let's call it the mind realm. I call it the cognitive realm, but that's where thought and action are one.
Yeah.
So that is the source of magic. And the Thaumic Relay Network acts as a sort of interface between those places. I met Ally actually when I was interfacing with the Thaumic Relay network, going deep into that space. And I sort of trespassed into a place that that I shouldn't have been. So yeah, I did unlock greater powers. But it triggered essentially an alarm in those who manage the network, those who have been around for a very long time, and they've created the entire cauldron, the expanse, every place that the Thaumic relays connect to, is essentially a massive superstructure for their empire.
Wow.
So these wise ones, for lack of a better word,
Sure.
precursors, I guess, to the Thalmic Relay creators. They so they created the Thalmic Relay and they set limiters on all of us who utilize it. How
Yeah.
can we open it to
So
use the full power?
Well, the truth is, you've already, if you've taken the potion to get rid of the
effects of the Myrmex.
Yeah, the effects of everybody has like that interface that they take to interface with the Thaumic Relay network. It acts as a universal translator. Very convenient. But what I learned is that convenience is a trap. And it puts you on their network under their control. You're not fully under their control. Of course, they can't possibly do that, and they don't want to, because you see, these people don't live in our space. They live in that cognitive realm. Ally can tell you more. He's one of them. But the giants and the dragons, they were their sort of first attempt at capturing races of people to exist and live in this space that we live in now, this expanse. And they grew too powerful too fast, and they became a threat, and the discovery of this clandestine empire became inevitable. And so they sowed discord in the two societies and strife and war between them. Ultimately, they had to engage in more direct interventions as both empires, both societies, the dragons and the giants, sought escape from this place. The Dragon's Codex and the Giant's Codex, which I had recovered, indicate different methodologies that they had for escape. And I was hoping, it's clear that some of them did get away in some way or another. Obviously, at least you've probably heard tale of giants or dragons. The ones that remained became incredibly stupid, and are no more than beasts. So there are dragons, FYI, out of character, and giants, but they're just kind of like, think of them like monsters, rather than like intelligent creatures that you can talk with or negotiate with. And yeah.
I have two questions for Nicholas Tez. My first question is, if he knows the purpose of them bringing us here, capturing the races and bringing us here. If they live in
Yeah,
the cognitive realm, why are we here?
our minds. Essentially, our presence here, our minds act as a sort of substrate for their world. Um,
So you mean to say that this reality that we are in right now is actually our our minds?
no, so this reality is reality, but there's another space that is a representation of our
The
right of
cognitive
our
realm.
mind, and the atomic relay network is the interface between those things.
There is another place of mines. This is also a mine, and we are all looking for things. I understand better than Bear does. I'm kind of
Uh-huh.
doing Bear just doesn't
Yeah,
understand.
yeah. Yeah, that's fine. We are looking for your task. You have the Giants Codex is to figure out what the Giants figured out, because a large contingency of them did escape, and it was, uh, and you can talk to Ally because he knows his people's history more. But they do occasionally send agents into our realm to do things, and they also control the Myrmex, and so they use the Myrmex attacks, things like that. Um, and who knows who else they've infiltrated at the highest levels of society, potentially.
So this goes to my second question. We're studying the giants. We had discovered, new articles of information about Project yeah, Yaga the drill.
Yggdrasil.
Yggdrasil.
Yggdrasil. That's
Mhm.
Yggdrasil. As well as the cult of I have this damn headband
The
on, but I
dragon.
can't remember. Is it the
Bahamut.
cult of the dragon? Bahamut. That's it.
Yeah.
The cult of Bahamut.
Um,
Are they all
yes.
connected?
Well, the cult of Bahamut has been around for a while, and its origins is something I was trying to discover because um, our picture of draconic history is very narrow. We do understand that the great queen Tiamat was able to combine all five elements into one body, um, and ascend to a level of godhood. Her brother Bahamut was jealous, and um, had developed on a path that was more unbalanced. This is the official story. I'm a scholar by trade, so I question everything. But um, he had become greedy and power hungry, and sought uh, conquest over the rest of the dragons. Um, Ultimately, it appears that Tiamat was successful in bringing her people. Um, I don't know if you study the late Draconic period, they were preparing to ascend somehow uh, into the sun, um, and escape this plane of mortal existence. So
The, the draconic people?
You want to
yeah,
escape to the sun?
The
that's what
sun.
that's what they were seeming to prepare to do. Unclear to me whether or not they were successful, but um,
Why the sun
according
though? Is it not just fire?
um, according to them, it was a portal to another plane, as far as they believed. But the um, that's for whomever obtained the Draconic Codex to investigate. For you, the Giants, they had a project called the Yggdrasil Project, And that was to, um, create a massive world tree that could drill down into the depths of the earth, and they would follow its roots to worlds beyond.
Hmm.
And the giant realm is off limits, but it's where I got the Giants Codex, and it is indeed. There is a tree there.
What does this tree look like?
Massive, like
It's on your chest, Bear.
it's a massive
What is
country-sized tree.
Country.
And its roots go down into the earth itself, and couldn't stay there long. And it looked like the tree was more or less burned out, but the codex seems to be the path to that project, whatever it was. So I'm hoping that you can research it, get to the bottom of it, and find a way to save all of our peoples with that knowledge, because otherwise we're doomed to a life of perpetual. I don't even know if it's slavery. Like we just exist as I don't know how to describe it.
Yeah.
Fodder.
Mind
Basically,
batteries.
fuel for their exist. Well, Bear would understand it, but above board, like we're basically just fuel for their existence because our thoughts and actions and shit like that is reflected in the cognitive realm, and that gives it power.
Yeah.
Right. Like it's sort of like minds.
Shadesmar?
Like nutrients.
Minds are
Matrix.
like sort of nutrients, like substrate, right? Think like the
Yeah.
soil, like a intelligent mind is like, the minds of creatures are there, but like they're just like, dull, like lifeless, like rocks,
Mm-hmm.
or like sand, like nothing that like does anything, and it's barren to them, from like their perspective. The minds of thinking creatures are something altogether different. But and this is Nicoletez speaking. You can talk to Ally more about this because it's part of his. He is one of them. He chose to leave them and side with us. That's why he's our ally. But also,
Mm-hmm.
BJ,
Very clever.
he's seeking the interest of his people as well. And I don't know. There's to me, they seek to dominate. They don't want us to achieve more than they are capable of, because then we could be a threat to them. So there will always be a ceiling on progress and discovery for us if we remain in this state. But the end of the Giants and the Draconic Empire was devastating to their people, and so they want to prevent that, and will do it at all costs. They pose an existential threat to our people, and especially to the human race.
Wow.
Hey, I want to ask you, Nate, as the
Yeah.
DM, a question because I might be getting some facts wrong, and I don't want to ask the question Nicoletez. So I know that there were discussions of eventually having large upgrades to the ship, like i.e., it can fly. Was that something? I can't recall if that was something we had noticed in like Nicolatez's notes. He had mentioned to us, or is that just
Yeah,
something we had discussed
so
above board?
this ship can't fly.
We can't ever upgrade it to have
This
propellers
ship
and hot
this
air
ship
balloon.
this ship is a submersible. So um yeah, there was like the draconic ship what could fly. But at some point, yeah, I mean if you want to um good like at the there because there was two labs you guys could have gone to one or the other. Set you down a different path. So this ship is will ultimately become like a submersible vessel
Oh,
and can
okay.
explore the depths of the ocean.
which we can't do yet because we don't have that upgrade.
Yeah.
Okay. I sorry, I was getting mixed up. I thought there would be like we would attach big propellers to it and then have like a balloon that could fold out from the deck.
That would be cool. That would be
Then you
cool.
could lift up off the
Yeah.
like
I mean
real
if
steampunk style.
yeah, if you guys are interested in like in flight for the ship and sort of, you know, I'll see what I can do. I'll think about it. I think that's cool. You know, I want the ship to be like a flexible place of transport and like a moving base for you guys. So that's like the way I envision it. Um, so you know, um, yeah, we'll see what we can do there.
And we can rain down hell on the Silver Knight and his
Well, keep in mind, raining down hell and killing him in battle is
just
a
makes him stronger.
way to make him stronger. Um, so yeah,
Sorry, that
any
was a
questions? Any more questions for Nick Latez? Like, um,
No, I have nothing. I guess the only question would be, like this is good information. It really is. So if we were to start, where would we start searching? Like, is there a, can you point us in a direction in a way? Like where can we start searching for these answers? I know we kind of already are, but are we in the right path or?
I mean, you are on you are following the Giants Codex. So as long as you follow, you know, the guidance from that, then hopefully you'll be able to uncover, uh, you know, what's whatever they left behind, and hopefully that will be an option you can use. We can use in the end
Yeah, and
to save people.
and I mean, I might know the answer to this already, but the enemy you speak of, please don't tell me that they are in our own government or are part of
Well,
to
if
keep
you notice,
tabs.
they, you know, I don't know, you've encountered, you know, people who have, you know, kind of a purplish glow to their eyes. Um,
Correct.
you know, some of them are able to stabilize that reaction and go less detected. Um, and certainly there are people who are under the direct control of uh, um, of of these people, this group, um, and uh, you know, it's not probably not as many as you would think. It's a huge sacrifice for them to come to this realm. It is not an intuitive place for them, and they uh, to take a mind to take over a mind is to render it completely inert to them. So um, you know, it's sort of the more they have to do. This is why they don't just take over everybody's minds,
Right.
because it would basically destroy their own environment,
Okay.
if that makes
Yeah.
sense.
That does make sense. Yeah.
They're parasites.
Yes.
Okay.
Although, as I said, some of them, like Ally, have seen reason. But you could talk to Ally about that. He does have his own qualms about things.
So is finishing our quest to defeat the Silver Knight, would you say that is the correct path so we can become full-fledged spectral pioneers?
He says, yes, if you wish to become spectral pioneers, which would probably serve you well in terms of giving you access to places that the general public wouldn't have access to, and potentially letting you follow the Giants Codex wherever you need to go, you should gain that credential. And if the Silver Knight is who you have to put down, then good enough.
Damn. Now we have to figure out how to get rid of him once and for all, because I have no clues.
Well, we were drawing sketches and designs. I believe Bear had designed a cage.
I did, but it requires adamantium. I do not believe we have any.
Well, you're in the Orcish realm. That's the northern parts of the Orcish realm is where most of the adamantium is mined.
What?
This could
Bear,
work,
you know?
but the problem with DC is we are kind of in a rush, no?
We are, but I mean, we're going north anyways, no?
Yes, but can we stop? Do we have time to mine? I do not do navigating. I do not know how far away we are, how far away their ship would be. Like, what is the timetable here?
Yeah, so I'll just tell you, like, and Bruggen, you would know this with your cartography tools. You're probably 2 days away from your destination. You have to get through the other half of the Maelstrom, and then out into like open sea, and then you'll get to a town in the north that you know is like sort of the gateway to the Eye of the Allfather, is like sort of the gateway to and there you can see if you can find a way to obtain some adamantium or whatever, but you would have been at this point, because you took the shortcut, you'll arrive there 2 days ahead of the Silver Knight, if that's where he
Oh.
was headed.
Oh, nice. Yeah, we have 2
Plus, our
days. Yeah.
ship's faster.
Yep.
Ship's much faster.
Okay.
Yeah, your ship is faster. You were able to catch up to his ship. He just fucked you guys up.
Dude, he really did, didn't he? And then
So,
Silver Thimble is out there somewhere too, or at least whoever the guy is that freaking took Silver
Wait.
Thimble's body. Remember that?
Yeah, he became a fucking squid guy. What are they called? What are they called?
a mind flare.
Mind flare. He became a fucking mind flare and teleported away.
Yeah. So
Are you guys saying this in character? Or?
yeah. I'm saying that in character. I'm saying
so
that
Nicholas has like, oh, so you've seen one of their elites.
Oh, is that what they're called?
Well,
I didn't know this.
So again, they can take sort of over a mind, and it's not like a mind being entirely
Okay.
controlled by
Yeah,
a
it's
person.
great.
You know,
You-
think like, when somebody enchants another person.
Hmm.
But if they fully take over a mind, then it does transform that being into a state in the material realm that's a reflection of their inner mind, and that is a permanent and irreversible change. They cannot return to their realm. So
I
it's a
was
very
gonna
dramatic thing.
ask.
There are only a handful of those creatures, and they are
That's.
quite powerful and dangerous. So be very careful around them.
I mean, how would
And
we know?
because they
Just
can't go
the
back to their
eyes?
realm, they do, from what I understand, eat brains.
Of course they do. That's just. I am so glad I'm gonna be dumb again in a few days. Remember, I still have I got the
Oh yeah.
20 intelligence. um,
We have a
I'm,
real flowers for Algernon situation here.
yeah.
So, anyways, I don't have much more time on this, so you can interface with me. Um, this the 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 crystal that powers this device will need to be recharged um, for 6 days, and then you can interface with me again. So if you have any additional questions, let me know now. Otherwise, we will go into recharge mode.
And how long will you recharge?
I said 6 days.
Oh, 6 days.
Yeah. So this is how I'm gonna do his journal. You can always access like the knowledge stuff. So like you have access to the recipe for the potion that makes people immune to the thing, uh um to like the mind control, the potion that
Have
you guys all took.
have we made any more?
No, we have
I
not.
think you have. Do you have 2 still?
We have two, but we do have the recipe to make more. I think
Yeah. So you
we
just have to.
just yeah we just haven't gotten
You
around
said
to
there
the
was a
materials.
cost for doing it to make it. You said it was just going to be a.
Yeah, it's just like a monetary cost and time.
Hmm.
It takes 8 hours to brew.
Hmm.
It's like a downtime thing.
Yeah.
And it costs I think I said it was 20 gold
Per
for
per
materials. Yeah.
right per yeah. Okay, that's not too bad. I guess that's not too bad at all.
And a single person can do a batch brew of up to 10 at a time in a
Oh,
single brewing.
Yeah. You said 20 gold?
Yeah, 20.
Per potion.
Yep. But keep in mind, it's a mystery potion to most people, and they are going to be suspicious of it, and you know, um, I mean, this is a conspiracy, like the idea that like the whole world and the government, like is potentially controlled by like some shadowy thing, like you guys like know in character that you would sound great. Like this is not something that you can just like broadcast widely.
mm-hmm.
So yeah, be careful who you trust.
Right.
Um,
Well, we have
and
a
it won't affect
very
somebody who's already been taken over.
correct. We actually have that firsthand. Remember,
Yeah.
Silver Thimble. But no, yeah. What's his name? Henry. Henry, our human and the ambassador guy. We trust him.
Yeah.
Um, damn,
Yeah.
we should have. We should have. This is out of character. We should have asked like a way to communicate with him so that we can keep him in the loop. Damn it.
So
But
you
we can. We get news through the
Yeah.
atomic relay, so we can communicate.
It's just that,
With him.
the Orc realm in particular is harder because you're far away from it. So you have to get back to where the relay is, to within like a couple miles of the relay, which is in the south.
Okay.
So yeah, I mean you can communicate with them when you get back there.
Yeah. Well, I mean, when we get back, but not like during travels, right? Yeah.
So yeah, during travels, like, but as long as you're close to it, like closer to atomic relay, but it's just in the Orc realm in particular is a little bit different.
Gotcha. Okay. Got to keep that in mind. Okay, cool.
Yep. So like I said, if you were trying to get to the north and it was like the Dwarven realm and you were in the south, you could just take the atomic relay to do a hop and just
Right.
jump over there. So like everything is within like 2 to 3 days sailing from atomic relay for the most part, but in the Orc realm, to get from the bottom to the top takes a while.
Guys, I'm so glad that I got my cartographer tools. Take some time. Just saying.
Okay, so if that's it, then he's going to shut down, and
Yeah,
Ally
that's
will be
fine.
back.
Bye, buddy.
And Ally's back, and he says, "Wow, that was less pleasant than I thought it would be, but good. Hadn't tested that feature."
I'm sorry you went through that, ally, but
No
you
worries. I do not know what was spoken. So I hope you had a good conversation with Nicotes.
yeah.
Would
How
you guys
come
like
you
to like
didn't?
tell him what you guys know, or would you?
Yeah. I was gonna say you didn't tell us you're part of the cognitive realm, sir, you sly dog.
Yes. So he did tell you that I am not an artificial life form, so to speak. Well,
Why
I
did
am,
you tell us
and
that
I'm
you
not.
were?
Well, it was to hide my true nature
But why did
from
you want to
those.
hide it from us, though?
Well, if my people knew that I was doing this, um, they would uh, unleash hell, so to speak. I think that's your parlance, your wording. Um, the hells, is that it? Unleash the hells. Um, they would do everything in their power to stop me from sharing their secret, which I've already done. But uh, they would take drastic action. So I was able to find a way to bring my mind into this realm without fully taking over a mind and becoming um, one of those abhorrent creatures. Uh, and that was to place my mind into an artificial construct. Um, I actually learned it from the humans who have begun doing that themselves. Um, so yeah, it's been able to allow me to interface with you, um, uh, but it is a one-way connection, if you will. I cannot go back to my people or my home.
So, are you essentially like a warforged ally?
Yeah, yeah, yep. He's a warforged. Um, so yeah, he's a um, he's like, I hope that what's at the end of this journey is something that those who choose to leave um, our influence can make that choice. That's all I want. I think it's what's best for our people uh, is that the people be informed and know better.
Yeah,
Um,
for sure.
but we do. My people do need people to stay as well. And we need to find a way to coexist. I don't know how. I've been racking my mind thinking of it.
Hmm. All right. Well, I mean, now that we know, um, maybe we can help each other out in that aspect, right? So we come up with a plan to make it work.
Yeah, I am your ally in this, as they say.
Right. But my question to you is, um, how do you do it? How do you avoid the the effects, or I guess in better words, unlock your full potential? Air quotes.
What do you mean?
Well, you know, like how do you access the cognitive realm?
Um, well, anybody can interface with Atomic Relay Network to,
Mm,
bring their mind into a realm um, that allows them to, you know, connect with the source of magic.
meditation.
Sure. Yeah,
It's,
essentially.
it's that how
Um,
you do it? Okay.
and yeah, you can connect to it and delve deep. And some humans, uh, I you know went so deep that they essentially uh, um, you know separated from their bodies, and that's why humans are warforged. Uh, I don't think in world, like, they're not called warforged, but like, there are humans that are artificial constructs themselves. One of Nick Lutez's companions is the samurai.
Oh yeah, that's true.
So they meditate, um, connecting to the network, and eventually um, they gain freedom from their body.
And do you have to do this every day, or how long does it allow you to?
No, I'm just permanently in my thing. Although my mind does have to rest, and so I do power down, so to speak.
No, but like for someone like us, like do we like? I guess what I'm trying to say is, how long do we have this freedom for after we meditate?
What do you mean freedom?
Like, do you meditate and then you can access it and then be free from the constrictions of magic per se
Well,
forever, or is it
no. So like in terms of like the magic, like um this is why, like, I told you guys, like, the I don't know, the restriction on magic, like, wasn't going to be like a restrict, like, I wasn't going to restrict you guys from being able to cast spells. Like, you guys having drunk the potion, and you have already broken free from like overt control. So like
oh,
being able to like get more powerful is just a matter of like you, yeah, meditating after you level up and gaining access to that new knowledge, interfacing with the atomic relay network. But like you're kind of on like a free version, like a less controlled version of the internet,
Yeah.
so to speak. Not really the internet, but like it's just
Parental
like how
guide, or what is it?
right. You sort of have like root access, to the system.
Mm-hmm.
Well, shall we continue our journey then and try to mine some adamantium?
It's like you guys are
Yeah.
jailbroken. Yeah, it's like you guys are jailbroken.
Yeah.
Sure. So
I mean, I'm
let's go
assuming
through.
we're like still traveling as we speak,
Yeah,
right?
you're sailing.
I'm assuming.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay. So as you guys go, who's on watch?
I can be on watch, and I'll
Okay.
do a nature check, if that's okay, or a survival. Is that it? To look out for hazards,
Sure. Yeah.
or are we going through the maelstrom again with the weird?
You're going through the
stuff?
maelstrom, yeah.
So would it be better to do Arcana to try to avoid potential pockets of wild magic? Nate,
To do what? What was your question?
because the maelstrom is when we had the pockets of wild magic, right?
Yeah.
So would it be better for me to do like a Arcana check to say study the flow of the magic to make sure we avoid it?
Yeah, you can do that if you want.
Okay. Ouch.
Okay.
Yeah. +9 is no joke.
So as you guys are going, you encounter orange mists, a
That's
group of
right.
area of orange mists. I need you to all three of you, as you pass through these mists, to make a wisdom saving throw. DC is 15.
At 20.
Okay.
Oh my goodness.
So Fjark, you being a shapeshifter, sort of recognize this as a field
Oh.
of polymorphic mists, and
Oh
Rugen
no.
and Bear, you are
Oh.
polymorphed into Bear. You are polymorphed into a mule.
Okay. That works.
That works fantastic.
And Bruggen, you are polymorphed into a giant eagle.
Oh, that's actually pretty good.
Hang on. You said a mule?
Yeah. And
Giant
this
eagle. I don't even know if they call.
This lasts for the next 3 hours.
And
Oh
what was
gosh.
what was Bruggen turned into?
A
An
giant
eagle?
eagle. Yeah.
So hang on.
Yes.
Hang on. Because a giant eagle is smarter than what Bruggen used to be. A giant
Right.
eagle has an intelligence of 8. Bruggen has an intelligence of 6.
Well, no. My intelligence for the next 3 long rests is 20.
Oh, that's right.
That's right.
Yeah, so you retain your mental statistics and your alignment and personality.
There we go.
But your game statistics change to match the random form. So,
But you would be accurate though, Bear. You would be totally accurate on Dustin if it wasn't for that. Oh man, that's fantastic. A freaking mule and an eagle.
gonna share the eagle.
Oh man. Ooh,
Well, while
can I
Bear's a
fly
mule,
around?
I go downstairs and I grab some hay from the cargo hold,
Okay.
and I use my animal handling to make sure he's well fed.
You're gonna try and get. You better roll real high.
Oh,
Another nat 20. Dude.
Fuck.
my God.
He's side because he's still got the same mental stats. He's still the same guy. He's side eyeing you something fierce, but he'll eat the hay.
I'm so good. I'm so good at animal handling. You know, if Yark just comes up to him, very gently gives him some hay. You're just eating it out of his hand. He's petting you on
Oh,
the.
I don't know
on your
about. I don't know
mane.
if he'll nip some out of your hand, but he's not.
No, you're still an animal, man. I got a nat 20 animal handle.
Yeah, that let you feed me hay. That's not gonna let you pet me.
Yeah. Well, unless you're gonna cast speak with animals, you can't talk to them, Fjark.
I can talk to him. They just I can't understand them.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You
Oh,
can't
that's
converse with
true.
them.
I can understand him.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, we can.
but you can't
Can
talk.
now that I'm an eagle, I would like to take this opportunity to fly around above deck and just
Yeah, sure.
majestically flop my wings and feel the air, if there is any air up here. Just I'm just gracefully gliding around in circles as we go. I'm just gonna take that opportunity.
You see a mule on the side of the railing, looking up wistfully at the sky.
Like,
It could have been me. It could have been me. It should have been me.
Roll a perception check.
who? Oh, the mule.
Bruggen, as you're flying around in
Oh
the
yeah.
air.
Oh, me. Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Ask the eagle, right? Ask the eagle. Do eagles are what? Plus what perception?
I should have shared the NPC, the eagle. Did that not?
You know what? I might be able to find it. Right, characters.
Giant eagle. It'd be under
Dude, I can't
NPCs.
believe I rolled 2 20s
Plus
in a
5.
row.
It's a plus 5.
It's a +5. Okay, there we go.
Their perception is +4.
Oh, plus
Oh,
4.
I'm looking at Aarakocra. I don't know.
So +4 perception
Yeah,
check.
and it has advantage.
Oh,
Yep.
it has advantage.
Keen sight. Yeah.
Let me see. My perception. Wow, my perception was actually +6. My perception is better as a rogue. Okay. So 11 and 16. Okay, I'll take that.
Okay. Yeah, the 16.
The advantage
you.
is actually nice. Yeah.
So you see a double helix of light that shifts in a prismatic array of colors floating in the air as you're flying through it. Like I said, you guys are in the middle of the maelstrom. So flying through the air, I need you to make a dexterity saving throw. You'll have advantage since you were able to perceive this beforehand.
Okay. Same thing.
Yep. Dex save
Plus
DC
plus
16.
4.
Yeah. So
Does
their dex
everyone have
is
to do this?
no, just the eagle flying through the air. You have a +3 to your dex save.
Okay. So +3 with advantage. Nice. Oh wow, double 14s. That is.
14.
Remember when I rolled double ones that one time? Freaking horrible.
All right. So the helix is like changing, prismatic colors, and then as it lashes out at you, it turns red.
Oh,
And you're gonna take 11 fire damage, which is already halved. So you would have taken 22.
damn!
Um,
Holy
and
crap!
as the giant
Can
eagle,
yeah,
yeah,
I'm gonna squawk whatever it is, or
yeah,
whatever it is that they do, and I'm just gonna land back on the ship and just on top of my brother's head.
yeah. So and keep in mind you have the giant eagle's HP, so don't take that from your HP.
Oh
So
shit,
your
that's right.
HP as a giant eagle is 26. You took 11.
So,
Holy crap!
Um,
so you land on?
Okay,
Are you landing on my head?
I'm landing on your head after
Okay,
that.
just to let you
Accident.
know, a giant eagle is large and a mule is very, very small. So you
No
like
way.
you're fucking enormous. And you just can I make a strength save to see if I can stand up with my brother on my back?
yes, yes.
Um
Oh my
okay.
god! I didn't even realize that, dude.
Strength is +2. Okay.
A giant eagle would be like stealing the.
Okay.
Fucking
Even
nice.
as a mule, he's strong. He's strong.
Yeah, you're sturdy, man. You're holding up this eagle. So like
He's a.
you're a medium-sized mule, and then a giant eagle that probably is double your size, and they say as you double in size, you go up by I think your weight goes up by 4
Yeah.
times. So you're like probably 4 times heavier than the eagle is 4 times heavier than you, and you're able to still hold it up.
You're a
Um,
pretty buff mule. You're like swole. You got
Yeah. Oh, dude, he's got
muscles
sweltering
bulging.
abs. He's
oh,
just
actually,
fucking
mules are beasts of burden. The mule is considered to be a large animal for the purpose of determining its carrying capacity.
Oh
So
wow!
yeah,
Oh,
he's got
so
like
you're
jacked
good.
mule shoulders.
Yeah, and
Do you
and the
see?
mule has advantage on strength and dex saving throws made against effects that would knock it prone.
Wow. Okay,
So there you go.
can you share the image of the mule from 2024? Because I just want them to see like the Zoolander eyes I've got.
Oh yeah. Um,
Dude,
is
I'm
it this one?
Yeah, this one. Yeah. Look at that shit. Look at that fucking small. Look at those. Look at those eyelashes. He's using a
Yeah,
cooler.
Well, no wonder wanted to pet the mule, man.
blue steel.
The mule looks
Yeah.
more like a stallion.
Look at the
Got
hair
like a
too, perfectly
giant.
coiffed.
Yeah, look at that mane.
um, Fjark, do you want to wild shape into an animal just to join the crew?
I'm all right. He's
Um,
looking a little left out there.
someone's gotta feed him.
So so roll 3 wisdom saves. Um, DC 15. This is at the end of each hour. You can make the save again to get out of the polymorph. So
Gotcha. Oh, that was
jeez, that
almost.
was almost a 16. So it takes you 3 hours, Bear. So we're just gonna see if you guys hit any other encounters and what during the. Okay. Bergen, roll yours
What are we doing? Wisdom.
to see. Yeah, wisdom save.
As the eagle.
Yep.
It's what's the eagle's wisdom?
Well, no, because your mental stats stay the same. So your int, wisdom, and
Ah,
charisma.
that's right. Okay, so wisdom save would be regular roll. Ooh, yes,
Oh,
baby.
So within an hour, you lose the giant eagle transformation.
Ah,
Um, and
I don't have the spell saved.
Bear is just like prancing about the deck. He's like on the prowl. He's looking over the site. He's trying to make use, of himself, and he's, looking over the edge, forlornly. Looks sad as this.
Oh man, I'm not gonna use the level 3 sub slot, but I could change you back. I don't have it prepared though, so never mind.
No.
Dispel magic.
Yeah, I'm not asking you.
I have animal polymorph.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
Okay, well, you're able to, get through the 3 hours without any encounters. And the rest of the day is, relatively uneventful as you continue to push through. I mean, it's choppy seas. It's sort of dangerous waters. Um, but in terms of like this ship is like pretty advanced and is able to kind of cut through the waves pretty well. And again, like if you go below decks, like you don't have to like use the sails or like anything. It doesn't have sails, so like it's able to propel itself. Um, so it's able to get out of this area pretty well after a lot of rain. And you have another day at sea before you arrive at the next town. And so if there's anything you guys want to do, and I'll give you guys I don't know, you guys should be fine. You guys are coming off a long rest. You haven't really been, I don't know. Let me know if you need one.
I do. My hit
Okay.
dice.
Oh, gotcha.
Bergen probably needs one too. He got hit. Oh wait, never mind.
Oh, I'm back. Yeah, I'm back to being Rugen. I took him for the evil.
So as you guys are going through, the weather begins to get colder, and it's been getting colder, as you go. But like you're starting to see like glaciers in the water, and you arrive at a town that's like a like it's got a small port, and it sort of abruptly goes into the mountains. And most of the structures in this town are actually dwarven. So the makeup of this town is about 68% dwarven, and 22% orcish, and then the remaining races are about the other 10%.
80, 10, 10, you said?
It's a 68%
Oh, 68.
dwarf,
Mhm.
22% orcs,
Gotcha.
and then the remaining races are about 10%. The other 10% are, humans, gnomes,
Yeah.
dragonborn, probably less dragonborn, halflings, probably pretty rare, elves, a couple elves. So this is the town. This town is called Urbanaran. The sign says, "Welcome to Urbanaran, the Take Flight City." As you guys are disembarking, there's like snowy streets, cobblestones, steep roofs to keep the snow off. There's a ton of snow already, sort of packing walkways and, you know, on the roofs, smoke is rising out of the chimneys. And as you are walking along, you hear a scream from above, like, "Yeah, dude, bro, catch monster air!" And everybody look up and roll a perception check.
All right, here we go. Nice.
Oh, go from 2 critical nat 20s to a freaking 1.
So you hear a dude like, "Mind your dome, dude," and then Fjark, roll a dex,
Dude, I got my
dex save.
head up my ass, dude.
Oh,
So you look up and you see a person with 2 straightened like planks of wood underneath his feet, and at the reins, he's holding on to like reins that are tied to a giant eagle, or a giant bird of some kind that is soaring through the air, and he's coming in for a landing right where you're walking, and this is kind of what it looks like.
And my stubby legs.
I shared it in the Discord because I didn't get this into Fantasy Grounds.
He's gonna land on my head.
So you're gonna take 6 bludgeoning damage, and he's gonna, you know, kind of clonk on your head and you know, collapse, and the bird, you know, gets loose and starts to fly away, and he's like, "Oh, bro, man, gnarly wipeout. Don't you know? Are you guys new? You look new. This is a landing zone." And as you look around, you realize that, like, you know, the like you kind of like strayed from like the main path, and it's hard to see in the snow, but like there's big red flags sticking up out of the snow to demark a space to land. And he's like, well, in case you haven't been welcomed, this is Urbanaran. We're known as the Take Flight City, because we take to the skies and walk our birds, so to speak. That's what I was just doing. I was bird walking. Best way to get around on these slopes.
Yeah, dude, sounds like a good time. I want to try it.
I know the feeling. I know the feeling of airwalking, man. I do.
Do
I
you?
really do. Yeah, I just did it like a few hours ago, man.
So you've bird walked before?
Well, yeah, but I was the bird.
You were the bird?
I was the
Holy
bird,
shit,
man.
man.
Yeah,
That's crazy. What was it like?
it was fantastic. I was gliding,
Yeah.
enjoying, and then I got hit by some sort of fire lightning.
What? Fire lightning? Holy
Yeah,
shit, man. What the fuck are you talking about, man?
telling you, man, it was gnarly.
Oh, dude. Okay. Well, if you have some extra, you know, and you want to share, I'm always down, brother. Meet me at Molten Merlin's, 5 p.m.
I got you, brother.
Oh,
Don't worry.
dude, I thought it was 4:20 p.m.
Also, if you want to get if you want to get rigged get out rigged for bird walking. There's an outfitter called Brunhilde's. She's the best dwarven female. And
What-
this guy's like an orc, you know.
I was about to say, I was gonna ask you, like, yeah, well, what is this guy? Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So he's an orc. Okay.
Yep.
Are there a bunch of dwarves in the sky too, bird walking?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, now I gotta take to the sky.
I know. I gotta relive that experience as an orc now, man. You know. You kind of
I like how Nate
made
just
me
keeps
miss.
on saying bird walking like it's anyone has heard of before.
I know, right?
He's like, you haven't heard, we have a yearly bird walking championship.
Yes, but usually
Yeah.
it is like eccentric older people with like birds they put on their shoulder and go for a walk. This is insane.
No, man, this is all we do. We fly around on these things, pull off rad stunts, stick the landing.
Right. I mean, it sounds like
So is
fun.
that? Yeah, it does. I mean, I'm kind of sad the tournament isn't it isn't now. It sounds like something we would partake in.
Yeah,
And then I
I
would.
mean, if you want to go to Brunhilde's, she does guided tours, guided birdwalk tours around the city.
Yeah.
And
And
this
she's a
competition,
local guide.
this competition to see who can bird walk the farthest.
I mean, it's more about your own personal achievements, what you can do. But yeah, I mean, there are contests for sure. That's how we
What's
elect our
the
mayor.
really?
Yeah.
By how far he can go? Bird walking?
No, not by how far you can go, just like, who can get the highest, and pull off like the sickest air. Do like catch some speed, get a big jump.
Oh, okay.
Think like this is kind of like kite surfing, but also like on skis.
So if I catch the biggest air, can I become mayor?
No, I mean we're not having an election. Yeah, well, I mean actually it's I don't know. I mean it's right now uh there's actually sort of a big thing. You know, the current um like like right now there's like two guys that are trying to compete for the city, you know. Um and so some people are saying that they should just settle their debate in a bird walking contest.
I see. Well, we better head to Brunhilde's then and learn how to bird walk.
Yeah, she's definitely got the skinny on that because I think she's part of the pro Biggins faction.
Pro big into the mayor.
Uh, yeah. So Quincy Biggins is the current mayor. Yeah.
Oh, okay, okay. Pro. Oh, pro. Yeah. Okay. Uh, well, let's head there. Fjark heads there because he's wanting to maybe try to make some money.
Sure. You guys. So this is kind of like from your vision, this town was sort of seen as like the gateway into the mountains that you're gonna have to take up into the Eye of the Allfather. It is mostly a mining village. There is, like I said, the population of the town is mostly dwarven. They do a lot of mining. There are orcs that live here that are probably native, but they, you know, do a lot of like additional labor. Obviously, clanless dwarves do a lot of labor up here too. There are some dwarf clans that sort of run the operations, and there's a growing contingency of uh, humans and halflings who have sort of built out a more like tourism business here, and are trying to like make this sort of a touristy destination. But yeah. So it's getting to be 10 o'clock. I know we've only been playing for not that long, but again, like I kind of feel bad with just the three of us, and I don't want to get too far ahead. I feel like I dropped a lot of like stuff that I feel bad that Dan missed. So let's cut for now.
Okay.
And we'll pick back up. I promise, Bear, you will get access to your medal for your cage.
Okay.
I was about to just ask a question when we meet the lady. Yeah, but it's okay. We can wait till next session.
Yeah, so we'll do that next session because I just need to I want everybody there, and I kind of want to get Arctur up to speed, or Dan up to speed, I guess, and then gotta figure out what's going on with Isaiah, because I'm getting the feeling that he's out. Like he doesn't seem to have an interest in the campaign.
Mm-hmm.
So then I think we should talk about that if we want to add a new person, and or not. It's fine.
Next week I won't be able to make it.
Yep, got it.
Because I'm moving.
I am gonna try to see what's going on next week. Just make sure I know what the date is. Is that the what date is that?
The 19th. Thursday.
Okay. I should be okay. So yeah, I'll like we'll play next week, but then after that it's gonna be 2 weeks off. So I don't know.
Yeah, that sounds good. Because I'll be I'll be on vacation the week after. So
yeah, I mean, and if Isaiah does want to play, but maybe doesn't know where to start because he's missed. I mean,
he's missed a lot.
He's only come to like 2 or 3 sessions. This is session 13, so
yeah.
So maybe the new year could be a new start if he does want to play, and
yeah,
if he wants to play with Alchemia, that's cool. But like, if he wants to bring a whole new character, that'd be cool.
Yeah. I agree.
Because it's kind of if he were to join at this point, it would kind of be like he's new to the game.
Yeah. Yeah. I agree. So I'm gonna reach out directly to him and see what's going on, and do the same. But if you guys hear from him or whatever, talk to him, see how he's doing. So all right.
What for?
Yeah, I rolled 3.
Yeah.
3 20s. I did 2 20s in a row, and I just rolled another one. And
That's
that was
crazy.
my Merry Christmas 20. I was doing that to say Merry Christmas.
Well, there you go.
See anyone during the holidays.
All right, yeah.
So.
Here's my Merry Christmas deal. Oh, what the fuck?
Oh, are you shitting me?
What? Okay,
my
okay.
goodness.
Merry
It's
Christmas,
Merry
D20.
Christmas, motherfucker.
It's the spirit of
Here's
Christmas,
my Merry
dude.
Christmas D20.
All right. Let's see.
All right. Where's yours?
Oh, I literally rolled the 1, guys. Did it
I
not
don't
show
know.
it?
Roll it in the
No.
box.
I didn't see
No,
it.
no, I did. Okay. Wait, what the hell? Why is it now? I rolled a 2. What the hell? No, I rolled a
Tag.
10.
Sad.
Mediocre
Okay.
All right.
Christmas.
Yeah,
But
mediocre.
dude, the fact that like I believe you that you rolled the dice and it was a 1,
Yeah.
which is ridiculous. Would have been epic if it had rolled for us to see. All right,
Can't believe
I'll
that.
roll. I'll roll one final one.
No way.
What
Oh
the
my God.
fuck?
What?
What's going on?
Lou,
Hey.
All right,
you might
guys.
be
Merry
cursed, man. Be
Christmas.
careful.
Merry Christmas, bitches.
We know who the problem is.
God dang it! I am
It's
the
been
freaking
Lou the whole
problem.
time. Oh man, that's funny. All right, guys. Well, take it easy. If I don't see it between now and Christmas, happy holidays.
Right?
And all right, see you next week if you will be here. Quinn, good luck with the move. Let me know if you need anything.
Yeah, I will, and who knows? Maybe I'll get done early and I can whip out my laptop. But I'm pretty sure I'll be loading up my trailer at that time. So
Yeah, no worries, man. All right, take it easy, guys. See
Thanks
you next
for
week.
running it.
Have a good one, guys.
See you guys later.
All
yeah,
right,
thanks,
bye.
Nate. See ya.